The Srimad Bhagavatam describes the four Kumaras, Sanaka, Sanandana, Sanatana, and Sanatkumara, as the first sons of Lord Brahma, created directly from his mind. These sages were endowed with extraordinary spiritual wisdom and were free from the bondage of material desires from the moment of their creation. Brahma, charged with the task of populating the universe, instructed the Kumaras to assist him in creation. However, the Kumaras, who had a natural inclination towards spiritual enlightenment, refused. Instead, they chose the path of renunciation, embracing celibacy and dedicating themselves to the pursuit of the absolute truth. Their decision to reject worldly responsibilities, though it displeased Brahma, was an affirmation of their unique role as spiritual teachers and preservers of Dharma. The Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 3. Chapters 15 to 16 narrates the Kumaras' significant visit to Vaikuntha, the eternal abode of Lord Vishnu. The Kumaras, though deeply enlightened, retained the innocence and appearance of young children. Their quest for spiritual truth and their devotion to the Supreme Lord brought them to Vaikuntha, a realm beyond material nature, filled with unending bliss and purity. As they approached the gates of Vaikuntha, they encountered the gatekeepers, Jaya and Vijaya, who stood guard over the divine abode. Despite the Kumaras' evident sanctity and their earnest desire to see Lord Vishnu, Jaya and Vijaya, influenced by a subtle pride and their duty to guard Vaikuntha, blocked their entry. This act deeply offended the Kumaras, who perceived it as an insult to their devotion and purity. In a moment of righteous anger, the Kumaras cursed the gatekeepers to be expelled from Vaikuntha and take birth in the material world. The curse was not born of malice, but was a consequence of Dharma being violated, even in the sacred realm. As the curse was uttered, the Supreme Lord Vishnu, adorned with his 4 arms, Sudarshana Chakra, and Kaustuba Jewel, appeared before the Kumaras and his gatekeepers. His effulgence and compassion pacified the sages, and they fell at his feet in reverence. The Kumaras were overwhelmed by the Lord's divine form, which radiated infinite grace and beauty. In that moment, the fragrance of the tulasi, leaves adorning his feet, entered their nostrils, awakening within them an intense love and devotion bhakti that surpassed their earlier inclination toward mere knowledge. Lord Vishnu, in his infinite kindness, accepted the curse upon Jaya and Vijaya as part of his divine plan. He explained that their descent into the material world would serve to uphold Dharma and allow them to return to him swiftly through intense confrontation with his incarnations. Jaya and Vijaya, thus cursed, were destined to become the enemies of Lord Vishnu in 3 successive births, as Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha, Ravana and Kumbhakarna, and Shishupala and Dantavakra. Each time, they would be slain by the Lord himself, allowing them to be purified and return to Vaikuntha. The encounter with Lord Vishnu profoundly transformed the Kumaras. Though they were already enlightened beings, their direct experience of the Lord's divine form and the intoxicating scent of tulasi awakened a new dimension of spiritual realization, bhakti, devotion. The Srimad Bhagavatam emphasizes that the Kumaras, who had once solely pursued knowledge, now recognized the supremacy of bhakti as the ultimate means to liberation. Moved by their experience, the Kumaras glorified Lord Vishnu with hymns filled with devotion and gratitude. They acknowledged that knowledge without devotion is incomplete, and that true liberation comes only through surrender to the Supreme Being. The 4 Kumaras continued their journey across the universe, spreading the teachings of devotion and self-realization. Their lives became a testament to the power of pure devotion, which transcends even the highest intellectual pursuits. As Chiranjeevis, eternal beings, they remain eternal wanderers, guiding seekers of truth, and serving as an example of the harmonious union of knowledge and devotion. The Srimad Bhagavatam reveres the Kumaras as sages who, though born at the dawn of creation, continue to uphold the principles of Dharma and Bhakti. Their story, particularly their transformative encounter with Lord Vishnu, serves as an inspiration for all spiritual aspirants. The story of the 4 Kumaras, as told in the Srimad Bhagavatam, highlights their unique role in the cosmic order. From their initial pursuit of knowledge to their ultimate surrender to bhakti, the Kumaras embody the spiritual evolution that every seeker aspires to achieve. Their tale underscores the central message of the Bhagavata Purana, that devotion to the Supreme Lord is the highest path to liberation and eternal bliss.